Mhm.
How long have you been a Days of Our Lives, in particular, Philip and Chloe fan?
Since 2000.
Really, since the very beginning?
Yeah, my sister and I, we watched Passions, so we would always see the Days of Our Lives promos, and we saw the one for the Last Blast Dance. So we thought that was cool because we had just watched Carrie not too long ago, and we saw that they were gonna try to dump the blood on Chloe. So we're like, oh, she's gonna go crazy and kill everybody. So we gotta see that. So we watched it. Of course, that didn't happen, but I ended up falling in love with Days and Phloe when Chloe took off the cloak and showed the dress, the way that Philip looked at her. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love them. So I had to watch it.
I think for me, I started watching because of my grandparents. My grandpa, he will watch Days of Our Lives, and as a kid, you're like, you can't touch the remote during when the stories are on. So
Yeah.
you're watching it, and you just get hooked. And I think I started watching probably right after, probably like November, December of that year. And I just remember being like, I was so in tune to the whole Last Blast scene, everything.
Me too.
Chloe were my favorite. I did like Sean and Belle and Mimi and Jason. And, I just, for me, that was how I got hooked because my grandparents would watch it. And, it was just something to look forward to. Something that I just couldn't stop watching, just got hooked. And I think for me, the reason why I love them as a couple is because I love each character. I love Chloe, as well as Philip. I just think they just good. They're meshed so well together, both of them.
They have amazing chemistry. And it only really worked with Jay. Like I didn't like the other Phillips.
Oh, I remember when I can't remember Kyle Brandt.
No, he was not. He was not Philip.
I remember when they changed him. I did not like it. I couldn't watch it. I said, I do not like this Philip. This is not Philip. I don't like him. And I just remember complaining about him. That's the only thing. I will have to say J. Kenneth Johnson coming back is like a miracle. Him coming back, I just hope it's not wasted because I do love J. Kenneth Johnson. I know he kind of disappeared off the scene after doing Days in 2011. And I remember I was so excited. Every scene that they had together, every scene, I would just be on cloud 11 with, not 9-11. I would just be so happy. I think I even tweeted at Nadia, are you going to have any more scenes with him? And she replied, she said, yes. That was back in 2011. I was just like, oh my God. I've had her mom like a couple of my tweets. And I was just like, oh my God. So for me, when he left in 2011, and I know we're all over the place, I'm looking at my notes, but when he left, it was like a blow. Like I just could not believe it.
Yeah, I stopped watching for a while. I was so mad.
I couldn't watch. I don't watch any soaps because General Hospital is my favorite, but I stopped watching that when Steve Burton left, and then he came back, and I tried, but it just wasn't the same. But yeah, I just remember it was a blow. And I knew the moment that they slept together I knew she was going to get pregnant. I just knew it. And it was so crazy because exactly 2 months after she was in the hospital, I forget, she like fell down the elevator or something. You remember that?
I forgot.
Exactly 2 months later, and she was in hospital, and I was like, she's gonna be pregnant. She's gonna be pregnant. She's gonna think it's Daniels, but it's Phillips. And then that's what happened. I was like, oh my God, I cannot. I was so happy. And then they oh my goodness.
They changed.
Now I don't know how you feel about the other pairings with them. I did like Philip and Melanie until she started thinking about. I did like until she started thinking.
I like Melanie and Nathan.
You did? I didn't like them. I like Melanie and Philip. But I stopped liking the moment that she started thinking about Nathan while she was in bed with Philip. I just couldn't even with that whole thing.
I like them with Stephanie.
Oh, you did? Yeah, I was waiting on them to break up. And then as far as Brady and Chloe, and I can't even comment on Brady and Lucas. I can't even.
I was so mad when they did that. I'm like, this is just horrible.
Out of all the pairings, like, no. Mm-mm. I couldn't with that.
I'm like, Chloe's been with Philip's nephew and now his brother. What's next?
And then his cousin, isn't Daniel's cousin? I would have to say the only good thing came from out of that. Remember how she was always kind of, as a teenager, I loved Chloe, but she was always kind of self-righteous. She was. She used to always point the finger at Philip and say it was him. Now she can't really do that. Remember we got the flashback and she was like, thank you for being the first person I ever truly loved. And then he was like, I screwed that up, didn't I? And then she was like, well, so did I. You know, and I was just like, well, she knows now she can't be so self-righteous with him because she's cheated on Lucas with Daniel and then cheated on Daniel with Philip and then all of that. So I think that was like the only good thing that came out of that because, oh my goodness. Other than that, I don't see why they did that to Chloe's character. It was just so bad. Then they had her written as a prostitute at one point.
Yes. I'm like, what are y'all doing to my girl? Y'all some
goodness. Character assassination. Dina Higley, I think, did that.
Oh, I can't stand her.
Oh my God. So many
people. That woman is so.
And look, can I just say this?
So strong.
I'm a writer, and even before I ever knew what I wanted to be with my career, I could tell when the writing for any of my favorite soap opera or show changed. And when the writing for Days of Our Life changed, it was like I could just tell. It went from being, I think for me, it went downhill with the Salem Stalker storyline. That was like the worst. They killed off all those people and then they were like magically on the island or something.
Yes. I'm like, what the world? This is
that for me was the beginning of the end for Days. I only watched Days for Philip and Chloe. The last reunion was nice, you know. I just really hope they give us what we want. We need this, you know, and yeah, I'm not here for Brady and Chloe either. I don't like them.
I admit that Nadia and Eric have really great chemistry.
I like Eric's version of Brady better than Kyle.
Yeah, me too. I don't really like Kyle as Rex. It's just weird. Cause I'm like, sometimes I want to call him Brady.
That's because he's on the show, right? Isn't he?
Yeah, he was for a few episodes, but I think he left town now.
Oh, okay. Because I haven't watched it. I did watch a little bit when Philip made his grand entrance coming back. I may actually do a reaction to that because that was good. I hope Victor is okay. Like what's his name, John Aniston. I hope he's okay because he looks a little. And I had no idea that his daughter was Jennifer Aniston. I feel like such a diss. I'm like, they're related.
Yeah, I found that out a few years ago. I was like, really? That's her dad? She's got a badass dad. But yeah, it's sad to see him though, because he's always sitting down and stuff. And before that,
him and Jay have so much chemistry.
It's gonna suck about Victor because he's just so mean.
But he is, especially to Chloe. Like he didn't like her in high school, but now he just refers to her as trash. During that whole friends with benefits thing, he was like, she has got to go. You cannot be here with her. That piece of trash turned Brady into a drug addict, and now you want to sleep with her. And I was just like, oh my goodness. So I would have to say I have 5, but I have 7 of my top Phloe moments as teens. And I think the first one is the Last Blast 2000 reveal. I would have to say just the way, the way he was looking at her and the whole reveal and the way they danced and that song I Need You played, like I
Mhm.
can't. That was amazing. The first time he took off her glasses at the pier, that was like when
I
he
watched
first.
that scene recently too. I
That's
was
the
like,
first
watching
scene where he fell in love with her. A lot of people want to say it was the dress. Like, no, it was pretty much the just her opening up is the main thing that he fell in love with. Her taking off the glasses was like the first step, and I would have to say that was definitely the beginning of them. My one of my favorite scenes that is definitely like the beginning of when I first started watching, because the last blast and the first time he took her glasses off at the pier was before I started watching, but when they almost make love in the barn.
oh
That
yeah, Chloe showed him her boobies.
I know, and that scene was nice. And I was always kind of mad that they were not each other's first lovers, but they were each other's first loves, and it just shows that it's more than physical. So
Yeah.
I would definitely have to say, yeah, that's definitely in my mind. And I know everything that happened with her accusing him of rape, that was all horrible. But
I was
the
like, what are you doing? Like, she made me
I
mad.
remember the promo for that. I actually thought he did do it. I literally thought he did. Then I saw the episode and I was just like, okay, well, he didn't do it. So I just want them to be together.
Do that to her. Like, I don't know why she was saying that. She was getting on my nerves.
Yeah. And then she got mad at her mother for like not believing. It's like, how can you blame Nancy? It's like, you said he raped you. Now you say he didn't. And you think she's not going to like have you go through the whole rape kit and everything. And I love how
Mhm.
Belle was like, if you don't go through with this, people are still going to believe that he did it. You have to have physical proof that he didn't do it. And she slapped the taste out of her mom's mouth when the doctor was like, she wasn't raped and she's a virgin. That was one of the scenes I used to tape Days of Our Lives. Philip trying to convince Chloe. Remember when it was right after the last blast, and they went to their spot where in the tree where he carved their names in the tree. Remember that? And he was trying to like get back together with her because she was kind of interested in Brady then, but he was like, I'm just trying to get you back and understand, let you know the type of guy that I am and that you can take me back and I do deserve another chance. He was like, even if we never see each other for years, I'll always love you, all that. That for me, I used to have that on tape. Oh my goodness. I remember coming home and my grandma was like, Days of Our Lives was so good. I'm like, you like Philip and Chloe kiss. I was like, oh my God, stop everything. I've got to watch it. So that was one of my favorite. Them fighting at the movies was good. I think he was there with that girl Cynthia, who I can't stand, and she was there with Brady, and then she went to go get her popcorn. You remember?
I don't remember that one. I have to look that up.
Yeah, and then they had that little argument, and that was one of my favorite. And then the Four Seasons when she had leukemia. You remember
Mm,
that?
I thought that was cute.
That was I love that scene. I still cannot believe they're not together. Like I can't even.
Well, Nadia did retweet somebody that was talking about something about Phloe, and she said, just stay tuned. So I'm thinking maybe there's something coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I
Open.
don't like what's going on now.
Yeah, I really only check on Twitter to see what's going on because I don't watch anymore. But if when they get back together, I'm not gonna say if, but when they get back together, when Parker is Rennis Phillips again, I'm definitely going to watch, and I might even do some reaction videos. Maybe I don't have cable, so I have to like watch it on YouTube or Hulu or something. But yeah, that was definitely one of my favorites. I always think about how it could have ended in 2002. Like it really, well, before he left, like the first time when they were teens. I mean, didn't Nadia leave like shortly afterwards? They really could.
Yeah.
They really could have left together. I don't really like how they paired it with Brady and he just left to go to the Marines. That was so sad. I think
And brought that thing back. Oh my God. Kyle, I swear, he's like the worst actor. And I didn't like him on Real World either. And I was
but what's his name? John Paul, whoever he is from One Life to Live. He wasn't bad as Philip. He just wasn't Philip. He's not a bad actor. I do like him as an actor.
Yeah, I loved him on One Night to Live. I just think that he just seems a little too old to be Philip.
Maybe he just doesn't. I don't know. Only Jay can play, and only Nadia can play Chloe.
Yes.
So definitely, if he hadn't left in 2002, they could have been married. They were literally supposed to be the next Bope and Jarlena, like they really were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why the writers don't like them. Like all this chemistry and y'all can't write for them.
They need better writers. They really do.
Yes. I mean, I love Ron C. He did a lot of great stuff with Wine to Live. I don't know what he's doing today. He's driving me crazy. Like the only couple, Eli and Lonnie are like the only couple that are together that I like really happy that I like. Well, there's
Mhm.
Steve and Caleb, but I don't remember
So
last time
are
I saw
Philip and Chloe having like a lot of scenes together, or are they just kind of?
no.
What about this
Oh,
April Fool's thing that's supposed to come up this week?
oh yeah, I saw the promo. Looks like they're gonna have Chloe as Gold Girl or something, and I think they're supposed to kiss.
But it's
But
a
I didn't
dream
read it.
sequence or something.
I think last year was a dream. So I don't know if it's gonna be a dream or what it is. I don't know. I don't read spoilers, but it'll probably be somebody's dream.
Oh God. I don't know. I'm definitely going to continue to root for them. Tweet the actors, I guess, and tweet the writers mainly, just to let them know we want them. You know,
Yeah, don't bring them back and then don't put them together. That's just evil.
it makes no sense, especially with Jay. Like it's been like 10 years since he's been on, and he's back now, and like don't waste it. Like so, that's the only thing I would have to say. Um, Yeah, great chemistry. I'm hoping they do have another baby. That would be great. Someone said it would be nice if Philip lost his memory and Chloe was the only one that could like help him. I'm like, at this point, I want Philip and Chloe. I don't care how we get it or what. I just want them to be together. Like that's the main thing.
Yeah, it's like they make it look like Chloe's disgusted with Philip now. Like the last time they had well, they weren't together in the scene. Philip had called her to ask her to dinner, and she was acting all disgusted. Like, why are you talking to me? I'm like, she's on my shit list now. I seriously, she got a lot to make up for if she wants me to like her again. Like
Yeah,
seriously.
I feel like they always want to make Chloe unlikable at some point. As a teen, she was self-righteous. As an adult, she was a slut. And now she's annoying.
Yeah, because all she cares about is Brady. And then Kristen already threatened her life, but she's still gonna go after Brady. And I'm like, Brady can't be that, can't be worth that. Like seriously. And Kristen broke out of jail, and now she's pretending to be Susan.
Mm. I will tell you right now, when Chloe first came back in 2007, I, even though I'm not a Brady and Chloe fan at all, I did find it bogus that he was like MIA and on drugs. Like I did find it, but I mean, I know they didn't have an actor at the time to play him and all that, but I I literally I found that to be bogus. But as long as we get our Philip and Chloe, like I don't care what happened to Brady and Chloe at all. Like I only care about Philip and Chloe at this point. So that's the only thing. I'm ready for them to reunite, finally get married and all of that. So I will definitely check out your videos, definitely check out mine. I definitely will be posting some like overreaction videos to Phloe if I can. I'll post one just to see if they copyright it or see if I can, still have it up after I refuse the copyright, you know. And I definitely will be sharing all that and everything. And I may even watch Days of Our Lives. I need more. I can't be just investing my time in like I did before and be disappointed, you know?
Yeah.
Because you sound disappointed.
I am very disappointed. But I think the most exciting thing right now is Paulina, Alani's aunt. She's hilarious.
Oh wow.
Um they just brought on her daughter Chanel. She's really funny. And like I like those are the two that really make the show watchable.
Wow. Did they ever bring Mimi back from
Nope. I'm
the
like, yep,
OG or the one in the last class reunion?
nope. I'm
Wow.
like, I don't know why, because I think Ron C likes Farrah because he brought her on One Life to Live, named her Gigi. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
I
like, I'm
remember.
like, she's got to be a Mimi fan. I don't know why they don't bring her back.
Yeah.
Like, have the whole last crew on there. Like,
Yes. See, they literally were bringing so many ratings. I don't know. They probably just want to keep us waiting and everything. But if Nadia says stay tuned, then maybe she knows they are going to give us something regarding Philip and Chloe. Like at this point, I'll take what I can get. That's all I'll say.
yeah, at least have a scene together. Goodness, like torture. Neither one of them are on last week. I think Philip hasn't been on in like 2 weeks or
What?
almost 2 weeks.
See, this is why I stopped watching because I'm like, I only watch for them. I don't care about anything else. So, well, thank you for joining me. I definitely will upload this to my YouTube channel and I'll definitely like send you the link to it because I'm gonna probably upload it one day this week. I don't know if I'll do it today, but I'll definitely do that. And I definitely will check out some of your videos and you can do the same for me.
Well, dude,
Okay. All right. Thank you.
you're welcome. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.